I just turned off on the famous Alpine Loop and Cinnamon Pass road. And there's usually a big drop off on one side and a cliff on the other. Pretty good challenge for a van, I think. It's all carved out rock. You can't let your ego talk you into doing something stupid. So I don't know. What a night it was. I have a mouse in the van. Now, this does look like a great place to catch hantavirus. Well, welcome back to another episode. Today is going to be really fun. I'm continuing my tour of Colorado, and some might say I'm saving the best for last. I don't know. I think all of Colorado is great. But today I'm in the San Juan Mountains of southwestern Colorado, and this is a really beautiful place to be. It's hard to beat it over here. So I drove down last night, and I'm camped just outside of Lake City on a little piece of BLM land, and I'm getting ready to drive up to Lake City and keep exploring. I don't really have a route planned. I am gonna basically just follow my nose and go to some places that I know are really awesome and check out some new areas that I haven't been to before. So we'll see where we end up, but one thing is guaranteed: it is gonna be beautiful. So here we go. Let's go explore the San Juan Mountains of southwest Colorado. I just turned off on the famous Alpine Loop and Cinnamon Pass road. So 25 years ago, Kathy and I did the Alpine Loop in our Toyota Tacoma. It was a really fun tour. We really just were up here driving around, and we ended up doing the whole loop. And today I just passed through Lake City, and I thought, I want to get over to Silverton. So how do you get there? Cinnamon Pass. So I think we're gonna not try to do the whole Alpine Loop today, but we're gonna use Cinnamon Pass to take us to Silverton. Now, of course, with any off-road driving here in the state of Colorado, especially at high altitudes, you just want to play it by ear. I'm not really hell-bent on getting over there this way, but I think it would be a fun way to go. So I'm going to go up in the van, see how it feels, and if it's all good, we'll go on over. But if there's something that I don't like, then we can easily turn around and drive the pavement around to Silverton, which is a beautiful drive as well. So let's go up Cinnamon Pass and check it out. It should be really fun and extremely beautiful. All right, the road just all of a sudden got a little more rocky, a little less maintained, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and air down right here. I think if nothing else, it's gonna improve my ride quality, just make it more enjoyable driving. But as we get up onto the higher stuff, it could really make a difference for traction too. So let's do that now. I'm gonna drop the air pressure. I'm gonna put it 30 in the front, 40 in the back. That's kind of my normal basic air down for like just dirt roads and things. I'll drop it more if I need to, if it gets really rough. But we did the whole air down sequence last week on the Colorado Gold video, so I don't think I'm gonna take you guys through that all again. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am airing down, and that's gonna help make the drive just a little nicer. So we're just getting our first taste of some of the ledge roads. Now, ledge road is just where the road is cutting across somewhere very steep, and it's often narrow, and there's usually a big drop off on one side and a cliff on the other. Now, the etiquette for off-road driving is whoever is the uphill traffic has the right of way. That is just because it's easier for the people who are uphill to look downhill and see who's coming than the people who are downhill to be able to see above them. So you always want to be thinking, where was the last pull out? And if I need to back up to it, can I do that? If I can't get to that last pull out, then you hope that the person that's coming the other way either pulls over or uses a pull out that they see, and everybody kind of works together to get through these parts. Well, the first little bit of this Cinnamon Pass road is beautiful. I'm seeing people up here in stock SUVs with street tires. Not to say I recommend that, but the road is really pretty well maintained so far. I mean, there's some very airy, skinny, narrow places. If you're scared of heights, you're not gonna like it kind of spots. But I think even if you are, the beauty up here is gonna make up for it. The aspens are almost peaking here, and it is gorgeous. Now, right now we're in the last week of September. Just for reference, there still is a few groves that are still green, so there's a chance to still get up here and see some color this year, but you better get up here quick. And even if there's not the color, this is a beautiful drive, and so far you could just go up here and then come back. We'll see how much rougher it gets, and then we can decide if we want to go over or not. As of right now, I'm really glad I'm here. This has been a wonderful drive. We just hit 10,000 feet. We're getting up here. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're good. I'm Heather. This is Brennan. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for all the content.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to meet you guys.
Yeah, take care.
Take care. Well, we're close to the top of Cinnamon Pass. There's one obstacle here on a switchback that I don't know if I love it or not. I'm trying to debate how's the best way to get through here without damaging my van. Pretty good challenge for a van, I think. It's all carved out rock. There's some high peaks on it. I just watched some side-by-sides go up it, and they got up it fine, but they did struggle just a little bit. And I'm not sure if I want to take the wide line here or go up this little ramp thing. The only thing is I'm not sure if I'm not going to drag the middle of my van on this ramp side. I don't know, I might hang out here and see a couple more vehicles come through, see how they do. So close. That's the thing. You get kind of summit fever sometimes on these types of adventures and you just want to like make it, but I don't think any trail is worth damaging my van. It's my house. It's something that I don't want to have broken down. I don't want to have to deal with fixing anything unnecessarily. You know, it's just not worth it to me. But this one's on the border. I'm just not sure what I want to do here. See, they're narrow enough. They can go right down the middle. All right, I watched the F-150 get up it. He drug, I don't know, one of his running boards, or maybe it was somewhere in there on the right side. I'm gonna walk up here and just see the next switchback. So if I do come up, what am I into after that? And this one doesn't look bad at all. It is a little chewed out from probably the side-by-sides. They kind of make them a little more of a bermed type corner, which makes it more off camber. This is the thing. You can't let your ego talk you into doing something stupid. And I do want to get on top of Cinnamon Pass. That is a given. And I don't like turning around because kind of when I set my mind to something, I like to do it. I like to see it through no matter how difficult it is. But I also don't want to spend time sitting in a hotel or somewhere while my van is getting fixed, or even worse, costing thousands of dollars to tow it out of here. Well, there's a bunch of vans that just came through here from Van Wild, but if I'm not mistaken, they were coming down this way, not going up. And they got through, but sometimes it's a little easier going down something than going up something, especially when you're with a group and you have the support of a group for spotters and things. And I'm here just me, myself, and I. So I don't know. I'm gonna hang out here a minute, and I'm kind of 50-50 right now if I want to do it or not. And you can start making excuses if you want to do it or you don't want to do it. You can go either way, and you can certainly rationalize it one way or the other to make sense. But I try to step back from that and just think, what's the risk and reward? Is the reward going to be worth the risk? And you know, is the risk that I totally lose my van, I flip it, and you know, it's a major risk? Or is it, I'm gonna scratch something and maybe that's not that bad of a risk? I don't know. It's funny, now I come back down here and I look at it, it doesn't look quite as bad as it did a second ago. The depth of these little peaks and valleys in the rock is just high enough that I'm not sure my van is gonna clear it. Probably will, but I'm not sure. I don't know, I'm gonna think about it for a minute. Okay, here comes the Tacoma. I think it's got it going up this. It's smaller, it's lighter, and it's definitely shorter. Let's see how they do. Hurts my ego to say this, but I think I'll appreciate it in the long run. I think I'm gonna go back down. I just watched the Tacoma do it. He did it great, but he was really at a pretty big angle. And you know, in a Sprinter van, top heavy with kayaks on the roof, That's the thing that really makes me nervous. I mean, obviously I don't want to do any like just damage to my van, but flipping it or rolling it, that would be really bad. And once again, I think if I had to get through this, I could get through it, but risk versus reward. And I don't know that the reward is worth the risk for me right now. So I'll just chalk it up to I had a good trip, and I'm gonna go back down here a little bit, find an awesome place to camp, and keep on keeping on. There's a lot of great things to do in the San Juans, and this is just one of them. So I'm gonna cut my losses where I am and get on to the next thing. All right, let's head on down. I pulled into a spot here that is one of the designated campsites, although they're totally free, they're totally wild. All they have here is a place to park and a fire ring. I didn't remember how good the camping was up here. It's pretty good. There's not a ton of these sites, but they are listed on my map. It seems like they're on Onyx and on Gaia. Shows these campsites. But boy, to come up here on a Saturday night, from the point I turned around, I haven't seen another person yet. I think everybody tries to hightail it off the pass, get back down either to Silverton or back to Lake City before dark. And for those of us who want to camp up here, this is a great opportunity. We can just stay late and have the whole place to ourselves. So I think I'm going to pull out my camera, do some landscape photography up here, as it is just gorgeous. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. What a night it was. Boy, I have something to tell you guys. So first off, it was really beautiful here last night. I mean, look at this place I'm in. It is just gorgeous. I can't believe it. But about 4:30 in the morning, I heard a little weird sound and I instantly woke up. It's amazing how that can do that to you, how you just hear the tiniest little sound and it just brings me straight awake from a deep sleep. After about 10 seconds of listening to it, I was like, I have a mouse in the van. Now, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be crawling under the van quite a bit when I get to somewhere with maybe some clean concrete where I can roll around. Somehow I've had 3 mice in the van this summer. 2 of them are no longer with us because I carry some mouse traps on board. I don't really know how else to deal with them. So last night I woke up, like I said, about 4:30-ish, and popped on my flashlight and I could see a little mouse run across the floor of the van. And I was like, oh, a mouse. In some ways, it's kind of a relief when you actually see the mouse and you don't just hear this weird sound. So that was good, I guess. And then I got up, I pulled my mouse traps out. I used to have 4, I'm down to 1 now. That's a long story. I set my 1 mouse trap and I found the key to setting a successful van mouse ambush is you get your mouse trap, it's a snap trap, and I put a little peanut butter on the trigger, and then I get a piece of tortilla chip. I found tortilla chip to maybe be even more enticing than the peanut butter. And I break off just a tiny, tiny little bit, and I stick it down in the peanut butter. And for whatever reason, the mice I've ran into this summer love tortilla chips. So I would get back in bed, and of course then you can't go to sleep because you're just sitting there listening for this tiniest little sound. It usually takes about 5-10 minutes after I get back in my bed to where you first start to hear the mouse getting comfortable again, and it starts to come out and do mousy stuff. Well, I could hear it running around and scurrying about and doing whatever it was doing, and a little bit later I heard snap, and I thought, ah, good, I got him. I can finally go back to sleep. Well, I looked down there, the mouse had tripped the trap, but no mouse was in the trap. So then I reset the trap, I redo my peanut butter a little bit because it got kind of messed up. I put it all back together and set it again. This time I crawl back in bed and I start having this thought of like, why are mice so creepy? Why are they? I mean, you know, I wouldn't say I'm scared of mice, but they are kind of weird when you hear them scurrying about in the night when you're trying to sleep. And then I started thinking, well, what's the enemy of mice? And I'm like, well, rattlesnakes and snakes in general. You know, usually places where there's a lot of mice, you find snakes. And then eventually there'll be more snakes than mice. And so I was like, I don't really want to travel with a snake in the van. So anyway, I'm having this crazy thought when I should have been sleeping, and I hear the trap go off a second time. Snap! And I thought, oh, good, I got him. Now I can go back to sleep. Well, same thing. This is a really smart mouse. So anyway, I finally set the trap again. I kind of go in and out of sleep a little bit. And all the while I can hear the mouse moving around, and I'm just hoping he's going to go for the trap one more time. And he didn't. And then finally the sun's coming up, and I'm like, it's kind of getting to be too late to really get any quality sleep in. And I could hear the mouse under my bed moving towards the back doors. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this mouse like literally under the mattress? Or is it deeper in the van? Or is it in the wall of the van? So I'm flipping on and off the flashlight, looking where I'm hearing the sounds. Never saw him again, but I could sure hear him. And then after a little bit, the sound went away. And I haven't heard him now for an hour or two. So I don't know if he's just sleeping in my van or he's back out here in the San Juan Mountains where he belongs. So I don't know. I am gonna be really tired today because of this dang mouse. And I'm also gonna buy a few more mouse traps when I get into town and replenish my supply. So I find there is success in numbers with mouse traps. That's my night last night. That wasn't really that fun. Boy, it's easy to overlook a bad night's sleep when you're in such a beautiful place. It's gorgeous. All right, so I think we're gonna slowly work our way down the mountain. Oh, an interesting fact is it actually snowed up high. Not a lot of snow, but a good little dusting. I've got my binoculars out right now, and I'm out here just kind of looking around, looking at things. And I noticed that snow, and I was gonna sleep on the summit of Cinnamon Pass, so maybe it's a good thing that I turned around when I did, and I'm not up there in the snow. So that can make a kind of treacherous descent going down those switchbacks if they're covered in snow with those huge drops. So everything happens for a reason, I guess, and it doesn't really matter because it's a beautiful morning here. There's slowly people coming up here now. It's funny, I thought there'd be people coming through at first light, but maybe with the snow and the cold and the clouds, it's kept some people back in town, but they're getting up here now. So it's been a good morning, and we're gonna push on down and see where the day takes us. So let's do it. Let's keep on going downhill. I'm over here at the lake again, and I saw this bridge that goes out to this island. Looked like something I should do. I'm gonna walk out there and check it out. So this is a real suspension bridge. There's people walking across in front of me. It's swinging and swaying. Should make it fun. All right, made it to the top of Goose Island. All right, I think I'll head back to the van. All right, I can take Goose Island off my bucket list. Let's see what we can find next. Well, I made it around Lake City. I'm coming back to the north, and I'm gonna circle around the top of the San Juans and drop back into some favorite spots. But I saw a little BLM road down here that I just thought looked interesting. I don't know anything about it. I've never been on it. I just thought this might be a good place for me to find a campsite. And boy, was I right. Look at this place. I'm out of the high mountains now, and I'm kind of over here in the sagebrush and this scrub. But look here at what I've discovered. I found an old house that is built into the earth. Let's check it out. Now, this does look like a great place to catch hantavirus, but it's pretty neat. This must have been some old settler, and he'd built this kind of wooden structure into the side of the hill, and then he's piled rocks all around the walls, probably a good 3-4 feet deep with dirt and rocks. And it has a ceiling that's made out of logs with aspen trees that have bark on them even. Things you find out here. And this is just an unnamed place. I can't find it marked on a map or anything at all. It's just a spot that I just found wandering around like I do so often. It's starting to sprinkle again. Hopefully the weather will get nice, but boy, I think it's about time to get back in the van. Ooh, yeah, it's been that kind of a week. We've had some really beautiful days, and then there's been some other days like this where it just kind of spits rain and it's kind of cold. The seasons are definitely changing. We're making that jump summer to winter. Fall in Colorado can be just some of the most amazing days, but there can also be some kind of funky mixed days in there as well, which is probably what makes you appreciate the really nice days. And update on my mouse. I don't know if he's still in here or not. I haven't seen any signs, I haven't heard anything, but I've been driving and using the van like I always do. So I think tonight will be the real test. I gotta tell you, I'm really tired from getting up in the middle of the night and messing around with this mouse. But I did stop by the hardware store in Lake City and bought a couple more snap traps. The woman there said that it has been an incredible year for mice, that they are selling more traps than ever. They're getting reports of people who are having mice run across their chests and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what's going on with the mice, but I'm going to evict our little friend tonight, hopefully, if he's still in here. Hopefully he got out and he's back up there in the mountains living his full, awesome mouse life. But if he's still with me, hopefully he's not going to be for long. But I think this is going to be a great place to spend the night. I'm looking forward to camping here. It is definitely off the beaten path, way down this dirt road. And that's the way I like it. All right, I'll show you guys around a little more when it quits raining. Well, it's morning. I've been hanging out here at this spot, getting some work done. This is one of those great places on BLM land where you can just pull in and camp for, I guess, up to 14 days. It's not marked on any of the maps that I see. I am gonna put this on Patreon for my patrons. If you guys wanted to come here and use this as a camp, maybe coming or going from the San Juans, it's a great place to do that. And it's been really quiet. There's maybe only been 5 or 6 trucks that have gone by. I think there's just a couple of ranches up this road. So it's been really nice. This is a great place to kind of do a layover. But I think I'm gonna keep circling around the north side of the San Juans and head over to another favorite place. So let's go head over there now. Well, look what we've discovered. This is beautiful. I've discovered this little lake back here, perfectly framed by changing aspens. Let's get a closer look. Well, this might be one of the prettiest things I've seen in a long time. perfect reflection, totally still mirror-like finish on the lake. Wow. And then we've also got these big craggy bluffs up above. This is beautiful. Well, this camp is gonna work out just fine. The sun just set, went over the mountains over there, and boy, this is a beautiful spot here at this lake. In fact, it's so beautiful, I'm gonna include this to our patrons. This will be a spot that I'm gonna drop a pin for. I'm gonna upload a map of this journey that's in this video, and you guys can come here too. And this is gonna be a great place for you guys to come and check out, because there's not only the camping right where I am, there's more over here, and I passed dozens of other sites coming in here, and there's even a couple of established campgrounds where you could pay and stay at, but I'm not really sure why you would, because it is so gorgeous back in here, and it's just a place where you can wild camp. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. All right, I'm anxious to see what this place is gonna look like in the morning, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. So I'll see you then.
And that's it for this episode. And until next time, I hope I see you somewhere over the horizon.